We got a good old-fashioned standoff after the national anthem here.
The situation I saw, it got to where the pitcher was ready to start the game. Home plate umpire kind of looked at, Peralta, move.
What's going on, guys? It's Fuzzy. Welcome to the final MLB recap of 2019. It has been an absolutely wild ride. I remember the first recap of this year. We were talking about Bryce Harper's debut for the Phillies. We thought that they were going to be a playoff team. Even my team, the Cleveland Indians, this is the same shirt that I wore 7 months ago today in episode number 1 of 2019. So it's just crazy how much has changed. I thought the Phillies were going to make the playoffs. The Indians, I thought the Yankees were going to win the World Series, and at this point, looks pretty good. The one thing I want to address before we get into the baseball news from yesterday, the final day of the Major League Baseball season, I do have to say that I will not be posting daily MLB recaps. There's still going to be baseball videos every single day, but because there's only 2, maybe 4 games a day, I'll go ahead and throw the schedule up right now. I don't have enough content to make recaps, so for right now, this will be the final recap, and I'm very grateful for you guys. I feel very blessed. You guys have completely changed my life, from spring training, interviewing Joey Gallo and Trevor Bauer, to hosting the Little League World Series and All-Star Game. You guys are just, you're gonna make me cry, but we're not gonna do that. We're gonna start talking about baseball. Today is gonna be very emotional for a few reasons. We have guys that are retiring, we have managers and also superstars that might have played their final game for the team that their fans have known to love, like Mookie Betts, Francisco Lindor, Madison Bumgarner, all might be on different teams in 2020. And even saying 2020 is weird because it's 2020. We're gonna go ahead and start off the video with a bang. We had 5 walk-offs yesterday. We're gonna go ahead and break down all of them. The first 2 that I want to go ahead and show you guys, they're coming from the New York Mets and the Kansas City Royals. So Dominic Smith, he was injured and he rehabbed all the way back just for this one pinch hit home run. So he won the game for the New York Mets. And after that, we're going to go ahead and show Jorge Soler, who hit, I think, number 48 on the season, home run number 48. He led all of the American League in home runs after everyone said that he was horrible. He should not even be in Major League Baseball. But yeah, the Royals, they walked off yesterday, and Jorge Soler, he's proven all the haters wrong.
It's July the 26th. 2 out and 2 on. Dom cracks one deep right center. Back toward the wall. It's out of here. The never say die man.
Driven in.
There it goes. Number 48 at 4. And a line drive to right. It's going to be caught by Miller. Here comes Arteaga. And Ned Yost. Final victory is a bottom of the 9th inning.
So like I said, guys, there was 5 walk-offs yesterday, so we're going to go ahead and talk about 2 more right now. There was one from the Red Sox, but we're going to go ahead and save that walk-off for a little bit later because the outfielder for the Baltimore Orioles might have made the greatest catch in the history of baseball, so do not miss that. Keep on watching. The Diamondbacks with the walk-off, Tim LeCastro might be the fastest player in all of baseball. He had a walk-off single, and then also the Rockies. They stormed all the way back to beat the Brewers, which is a big-time deal. The Brewers, they needed to win that game, and the Rockies, they stole it from them. We'll talk about why it's so important in just a second.
On the ground is short. Arias. LeCastro. Ball game. Diamondbacks walk off 2019.
This ball toward the hole. Out through base hit. Toppy around third coming home. Not going to get him. Wild pitch. Here comes the winning run. Ball game over. How do you like that? The Rockies with their 10th walk-off victory of the year.
Now that you guys saw the Rockies walk off the Milwaukee Brewers, you're probably wondering, why was that so important? Well, if we take a look at the standings, it was so important because if the Cardinals lost and the Brewers won, they would actually be tied neck and neck for first place in the NL Central. There would have had to been a game 163, which doesn't happen very often. Fortunately for Cardinals fans, the Brewers lost, and then the Cardinals, they got some help from Matt Carpenter. Of all people, he sucked this year, but good for him. If he gets hot, the Cardinals are going to be really hard to stop, and then Paul Goldschmidt, he's doing his thing. So the Cardinals, they take the division after being like 6 games back at one point. I mean, honestly, my Yankees-Cardinals pick, it's not looking too bad. I picked the Yankees over the Cardinals in 6 games for the 2019 World Series, so I might be winning some money. One game that we have to talk about because it is just such a sad moment for me. Growing up, I really loved Josh Hamilton, Nelson Cruz, Cliff Lee, Vladimir Guerrero, Michael Young, Elvis Andrus, all of the guys that were on the Rangers. I love that ballpark. Arlington, it was the final game ever that is going to be played in that. Luckily, Lance Lynn, he had a dominant performance. They were able to beat the New York Yankees. So we're going to show that game, and then I'm going to go ahead and show my 2 favorite moments from Arlington Ballpark. We have a Josh Hamilton home run, and then Adrian Beltre hitting a home run from one knee. I'm going to miss that place.
Nolan Ryan. And perfectly fitting that he would throw. Franchise history. And he strikes out Gregorius. 6-1. And the Rangers win the final game in this beautiful ballpark on a...
That ball's hit down the line and right and deep and gone. Breaking ball is hammered deep into left, and game 5 is tied.
Gerrit Cole continues to pace himself for the American League Cy Young Award winner. The only one that is going to challenge him is his buddy Justin Verlander, but in my opinion, I think it's now Gerrit Cole's to lose because he just set a Major League Baseball record with 9 consecutive starts with 10 or more strikeouts. He passed Chris Sale. I think Chris Sale either set that in 2018 or 2017 when he had 10 strikeouts in a row. I cannot believe that Gerrit Cole has done this. He's going to get so much money next year. I think he's going to go to Phillies, so let me know in the comment section down below. Do you think Gerrit Cole is going to the Phillies, or do you think he's staying with the Astros, or maybe he's going to a different team?
This ball is hit deep and high to left field. All the way back is Taylor Ward at the wall. Cole with number 9.
Ever.
He got him. Gerrit Cole sets a Major League record. 9 consecutive starts. 10 strikeouts or more.
Nationals are looking mighty good right now. They win their 8th game in a row yesterday as they sweep the Cleveland Indians. The Indians just an abomination right now. It's really just unfortunate to watch. Francisco Lindor, that might have been his final home run with the Indians, because we're going to go ahead and show that because I need that for my own sanity, because he might walk or get traded. I mean, he still has a couple more years, but we might trade him just because we might start retooling. But yeah, the Nats looking scary.
Go to the 3rd inning.
Lindor lifts one in the air, deep right field. That baby is gone.
Suzuki for the 2nd time, who loves RBI situations. Deep down the line. See you. Fair ball. Long throw, Sanchez. Oh, look at Matt Adams.
Another really emotional game was between the Dodgers and the Giants. The Dodgers kind of spoiled it because they take the W in pretty easy fashion. Now, this was the final game for Bruce Bochy. He's already settled that he is retiring. I don't know if he's retiring, actually, or if he's just done with the Giants. He's going to a different ball club. I'll go ahead and throw up the article right now. And also, Madison Bumgarner, his final game with the Giants, they were trying to trade him. It just didn't happen. I think that he will walk. Or maybe Madison Bumgarner's like, you know, I have 3 World Series. I'm good. I have all the money I need. I'm just going to end my career in San Francisco, which I hope happens. But either way, Bochy, Madison Bumgarner, kind of spoiled by the Dodgers.
If he wins 1 world championship, he's probably going to have those things done. He wins 3, so it's going to be a special day to say goodbye to him.
Smith cracks a line drive, left center field and deep.
Now we're going to talk about 2 more players that are probably done with their playing career. The first one I forgot kind of existed. He was really good back in the day, but Martin Prado, raise your hand. Guys, I want you to physically raise your hand if you remembered that Martin Prado was still playing baseball. He had a home run in his final game. All of his teammates were crying. And then after that, Justin Smoke, he had a comment saying that he's going to spend the offseason and his next couple of years in the woods or on a boat. So I'm pretty sure he's either retiring or it's just he's going to need some time to think about if he wants to play and maybe join, I don't know, the Phillies, the Indians. Justin Smoke, he's still got some juice in the bat, but either way, they both performed pretty well. Justin Smoke had 3 RBIs, Martin Prado with the home run, so tip my cap off to those 2.
And Martin Prado with a drive to left. Number 100 for Martin Prado.
What you want, whether this is his last day as a Marlin, whether this is his last day as a major leaguer, I don't know the answer to that, but it's phenomenal to see the support.
His final at bat as a Blue Jay. The crowd mostly on its feet.
Long drive. Get out of here, ball. Get up, and off the wall. Smoke is headed for second as Tellez will come in. What a
shake from Luis Rivera. Shakes the hand of Billy McKinney, who's coming in to run for him.
The Boston Red Sox escaped with a walk-off yesterday, but the two biggest things we have to talk about is the fact that Mookie Betts, he won that game with his speed. We'll show that at the very end. But Stevie Wilkerson might have had the greatest catch. I'm not even talking about 2019, but just the degree of difficulty to make this play. It might have been one of the greatest that we've ever seen now, in the past, going forward. So Stevie Wilkerson with the web gem, and then Mookie Betts with the walk-off. Maybe his final time rounding third base and touching home plate for the Red Sox. Is it going to happen? Because it might happen with Francisco Lindor and Mookie Betts. I just don't know.
And he is flied up. That ball is tagged right field, back warning track at the wall, up and oh! He caught it! Listen, one of the greatest catches you will ever see.
Yeah, you can go on him.
Chopper comes. Yeah, and he dives and he scores!
Aristides Aquino was an absolute monster in the month of August. He had a couple home runs. I think he had 14 or 13 home runs in his first 100 plate appearances. Absolutely a monster. He hit 320 in August, but in the month of September, he's hitting 196. So my question to you guys is, do you think that he's going to be a stud in 2020? He had his 19th home run yesterday, and then after that, Kyle Seager, he had his 23rd home run, but 17 of those came in the second half. So will he bounce back in 2020? It could happen. I don't know. I think right now it's a pretty good debate of who is the better Seager, Corey Seager or Kyle Seager. And in my opinion, I think it's still Corey Seager. His ceiling is so much higher, but Kyle Seager with almost a 900 OPS in the second half with 17 bombs, that's really good.
Here's the pitch by Roark, swinging a drive deep to right field. Going and goodbye baseball, Kyle Seager. And the 2-0 pitch, swung on line drive, caught it short, leaping high in the air. J.P. Crawford.
Noisy drives him to center. Bishop back, and Bishop's there, and Bishop grabs it.
So the final game that we have to talk about is coming from the Chicago White Sox, and I put out a tweet yesterday. If you guys don't follow me on Twitter, @FuzzyFromYT, go follow me, that the White Sox, they're going to be so good in 2021, maybe not next year, but with the additions of Luis Robert, their top prospect, Michael Kopech is going to come back from injury. They have Lucas Giolito, who seemed like he's found his groove. Yohan Moncada, they have Tim Anderson, the AL batting champion. There's just so many guys on their team. Eloy Jimenez is 22 years old, so we're going to roll it right now, and then we're going to talk about the league leaders as well as this day in Major League Baseball history, because quite a few things happened.
Champion to spend opening day in the booth with us. Tim at shortstop, roving. Long tag. He got him as the batting champion in Major League Baseball. That's a fair ball down the line, tracing the chalk, and the Sox take the lead.
All right, guys, so we're going to go ahead and break down the league leaders. You can see them in front of you right now. We have Tim Anderson, who has won the batting title. You just saw that. He hit 335. Mookie Betts had an insane 135 runs on the season. So even though he had a down year, he was still very productive. We have Pete Alonso leading all of Major League Baseball with 53 home runs. Anthony Rendon, who was going for an NL MVP in 2019, led all of baseball with 126 RBIs. And then last but not least, on the offensive side, Malik Smith, he led all of baseball with 46 stolen bases. Now if we go to the pitching side, we have Justin Verlander with 21 wins. Kirby Yates led all of baseball with 41 saves, which is kind of low in my opinion. Maybe that's just me. Jin Ryu, he is the ERA winner with a 2.32 ERA. And then last but not least, Gerrit Cole with an insane 326 strikeouts. Just all of these guys put up massive numbers. And then guys, last but not least, we're going to talk about this day in Major League Baseball history. But before we roll those, I just want to say thank you again for all of your support. I feel very humbled and blessed that I get to present you guys with baseball news, because baseball is my passion. It's really my only outlet in life. I can just drift away in baseball stats and be completely okay with that. So thank you guys for everything. There's not going to be a shortage of baseball videos. They'll be coming out every single day. They're going to be much more in depth. I'm going to have a little bit more fun with them because I'm not obligated to get them out by 12 Pacific Standard Time every single day. So yeah, enough of that. We're going to go and talk about this day in baseball history. On September 30th, 1972, Roberto Clemente got his 3,000 base hit.
Bobby hits a drive into the gap in the left center field. There she is. For a double. Papers flying, everybody standing. A double for Roberto.
We're going to talk about one more guy that got his 3,000 base hit on today in baseball history. September 30th, 1992, George Brett got his 3,000 base hit. So first it was Clemente, then it was George Brett. I mean, those are some special names there.
He is 18th on the all-time hit list. Tim Fortuno's pitch ripped on one hop off Overfell into right field. Brett around first. He is safe, and the teammates feel it's a hit. And that is number 3,000. The fireworks go off. George Brett with a 4-for-4 night.
And then last but not least, we're going to go ahead and close the video on a former Cleveland Indian, Albert Bell, on September 30th, 1995. My brother was like 5 months old at that time, so shout out to my brother Spencer. He became the first player in Major League Baseball history to have 50 doubles and 50 home runs in a single season. So that's going to do it. I'm going to roll that in just a second. You guys are the best. Thank you for everything, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.
Throwing it, Kirby. This could be it. It is. Number 50 for Bell. Everybody on their feet here at Jacobs Field. He might have to come out again. Well, he needs to come out.